Welcome. We're diving deep into a critical issue facing the United States, the looming population crisis, comparing projections for 2026 and 2045. The demographic landscape of America is changing rapidly, driven by trends that have significant economic and social consequences. This isn't just about numbers. It's about the future of our nation. The U.S. is on the verge of a major demographic shift. Low birth rates, increased life expectancy, and changing immigration patterns are reshaping the country's population structure. What exactly constitutes this, quote, population crisis? It's the challenge posed by an aging population, a shrinking working-age demographic, and the strain this puts on public services and economic growth. Looking at 2026 projections, we're seeing the initial stages of this crisis. The population is still growing, but the growth rate is slowing significantly compared to past decades. Key indicators like falling birth rates, increasing life expectancy, and fluctuating immigration levels are driving these changes. These factors directly impact the future size and composition of the American populace. Even by 2026, current demographic trends suggest economic slowdown and increased pressure on sectors like housing and education, setting the stage for future challenges. Fast forward to 2045, and the demographic shift becomes far more pronounced. The population structure will look dramatically different than it does today. By 2045, we expect a major aging of the population. A significantly larger proportion of Americans will be 65 and older, reducing the relative size of the working-age population. The racial and ethnic composition of the U.S. will also have shifted considerably, driven by birth rate differentials and immigration patterns, making the country even more diverse. A critical challenge by 2045 will be the dependency ratio, fewer workers supporting more retirees. This strain on the workforce demands innovation in automation and labor participation. These demographic shifts have massive economic implications, affecting everything from consumption patterns to long-term GDP growth. The aging population will heavily strain Social Security and healthcare systems, requiring significant reforms and increased funding to remain viable. The future is not predetermined. While population trends suggest potential stagnation, proactive policy changes could mitigate these risks and even spur economic growth through increased productivity and labor force expansion. So what can be done? Addressing this crisis requires strategic policy solutions, focusing on demographic stability and economic resilience. Strategies must focus on boosting birth rates through family support and carefully managing immigration to attract skilled workers who can contribute to the economy. We must adapt our infrastructure and social services for an older populace, focusing on accessibility, healthcare, and long-term care needs. The population crisis is a long-term challenge that demands immediate attention and thoughtful, long-range planning. Comparing 2026 to 2045 shows a clear acceleration of demographic shifts, moving from a slowing growth rate to a critical aging workforce and increased dependency ratio. It's time for policy changes and proactive planning to ensure a strong and sustainable future for America. The time to act is now.